Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday episode of our Stock Market Insights. And today is December 21, 2019. It's almost Christmas, guys. I hope you are having a great time with your family and friends in this holiday season. And, well, as always, we have to make sure that we are still consistent in our uh, learning sessions. So, this is another episode of that. Now, let's talk about your favorite stocks in the Philippine market. How did the market perform? How did your stocks perform? And let's see. We're doing this real time. So, if you have your requests, feel free to drop a comment. We are not in a hurry. It's a weekend and I have nothing to do. So, I'll be staying here with you guys. Okay? Okay, let's just set up our tools, everyone. Let's first check how our audio is. Just checking because we are currently using a microphone in our stream. So just want to know if it's working. Almost everyone. Let's first check how our audio is. Okay, it's working. Let's just put it here. Okay. Let's start. How's everyone so far? Okay. Let's check out PSCI first. Okay, it bounced yesterday. Alright, so, well, technically we were not able to do live last Thursday and yesterday, but for yesterday's market insights, I think that should be covered in today's session, so we're good. At least we have uh, preparation for Monday's market performance, okay? Now, let's talk about PSCI. So this is a bounce for PSCI, and one thing good is that this is engulfing your red candlestick last Thursday, although we're not totally safe because this is your current resistance right here at the MA20 line, and we just need to make sure that that gets broken by Monday. Otherwise, your downtrend is not going to be over yet. Look what happened here in this area. You had some rejection, but yes, while it's true we had a jump the following day, it was not sustained basically because of that strong bearish candlestick. So it's a wait and see game on Monday. See if it will go up. Then if it does, then chances are you have a brand new wave. Otherwise, it will continue to go down. Okay, so either way, we are still really going to check our individual stocks to find out the performance for each one. Okay, now let's take a look at. I'm just going to sort this according to all the stocks, and because we want to make sure we cover almost everyone, so we will sort it according to the highest trades over here. Okay, so MWC, you had a short-term bounce, but as you can see, we are following the rule wherein when your candlestick ends outside of the Bollinger Band, your critical days would be the next 3 days, and we did not manage to engulf this candlestick right here. So what we wanted to see here is that on the third day we could be at least higher than this candlestick over here, but that's not the case. So you might even see some more downward movements in the coming days for MWC. ICT, you have a bounce right here. It respected the MA20 line, so I would have to say that is a bounce. Now, in case some people or more people will be taking profit on Monday, use this as your entry price. Okay, the nearer you are to the MA20 level, the better. And currently, that's the resistance that we are seeing, and it can potentially create a support at that area. Ali. For Ali, okay, Ali, you're still at a safe area. Overall, this is still at a, you know, manageable entry price if you're talking about investing, okay? Because you're still very far from the resistance right here. So still manageable, good entry level for the stock. Now I'm gonna use MA20 line if I'm going to enter in this stock right over here. Okay, that used to be okay. So when we do our back testing, this used to be a resistance. It made some support here, resistance over here. So I would have to say yes, there's a strong chance that it will continue to just simply bounce when the price reaches the 45.38 level before it continues to go up. So the nearer you are to this level, the better. Okay. AC. Hi, Ems. Yep. Okay. Let's check the MC for you. DMC, I would have to say this is a bearish candlestick, and let's see if it will decline. The next area to watch out for is your MA20 line, but of course we want to make sure that line is not broken, otherwise it might continue to go down. Just want to let you know that this thing can also happen where you slightly go above the MA20 line, but it did not really sustain. So just wait and see. I think if you really want to check it out, this area could be a possible bounce. But then again, it's all up to the market on Monday. But that's a bearish candlestick overall. Okay, let me see. Some people might take profit. For those people who may have entered here, that's a 20, yeah, that's a 24% gain. So maybe they are just taking profit because the nature of their profile is a trader. Okay. Hi, Romeo. MPT, DNL, and EW. Okay, got it. Let me just take note. Okay, just one moment. So we just talked about DMC, MBT, DNL, and East West. Okay. Let's go to MBT. What happened here? MBT. Oh, sorry about that. MBT. Okay. Wow. Good job here. Well, it followed our analysis that it will dip. I would still have to say that um, your condition is, I would have to say, you have to wait for a breakout before you enter in the stock because we're so close to the resistance, and if there's really not much volume, it will just move within this range. Okay, Now, if it breaks out of this line, then you might have some more movements to the upside. Because I have a feeling with this 5.43 increase in price, more people might, traders might take profit, and it'll bring the price just back to our support level, which is 63.73. So just take note of those conditions. Just bear in mind that you are already near a resistance. Okay. And the next one would be DNL. DNL, this is a very bearish candlestick. So I'm seeing that it will go back to your support right over here. Chances are that would land in this area. And the reason being is, of course, very obvious. Over here, support became a resistance. It became a resistance over here. And it might just go back here before it moves up again. All right. Next would be East-West. East-West, this is a, bullish candlestick. When this comes out near your support level, then that's a good one. So yes, this is a possible support. But then again, look at this, very strong bearish candlestick. So let's just, we're still outside the Bollinger Band. Let's see if it moves up, it engulfs this candlestick, then we're in good hands. So the more candlestick lands on the same area, the stronger your support is. Okay, so we just need for more candlesticks to just be consolidating in this level, so that your floor, okay, your floor becomes stronger and will not experience any breakdown in price. Okay, so that's for M's and Romeo. So guys, if you're currently watching and you have been trading and you want to request for your stocks to be reviewed, just go ahead and drop a comment. Okay. In the meantime, I will continue and go through the list one by one. So what have we reviewed so far? Okay, so we talked about MWC, ICT, Ali. Did we talk about AC? Okay, so this is a good sign for AC. That's bounce over here. And yes, this is a strong bullish candlestick. So I think this is already a good time to start accumulating volume for Ayala Corporation. The nearer you are, because I bet some people will also take profit because they have already gained a good amount here. So it might just consolidate within the area first before it goes up. So while you have the chance, I think it's a good idea to start accumulating volume. GFC, we were able to identify this area previously as a short-term resistance over here, but we were not really showing any signs of concern because we felt that JFC is a very established company and it will just simply go down and just bounce within not so far level, meaning if it dips, it's just resting. Okay, and I have a feeling it will just bounce within this area, 204 area, and then it will now continue to go up. BDO, I would have to say I'll be very extra careful now because we're now at a very high level, and then this stock is currently moving below the MA20 line. So I would use this as my resistance currently. Okay, resistance. And where could your support be at? Right now it is at the 149 level. Okay. So if you want, you can just use range trading. Hi Prankaya, hello, how are you? Okay, so that's the support right at the lower line and the line above here is your resistance. So it's just a range trading for now for BDO. This is a good bounce for SMPH. We're now moving this up here. So that's the support that I'm currently looking at for SMPH. So it respected your MA20 line, so I would assume that it will also do the same. And overall, SMPH is really a company for long-term investing. Now, where could be the nearest possible resistance? I'm not saying that it will go up just non-stop. There will be like areas to challenge. Right now, it will be this one. As you can see, that's your resistance. And when the price reaches that level, it will potentially encounter some struggles in breaking. Okay, but if you have more volume, if you have more buying sentiment over there, it's just easy to break that. BDO, SMPH. Okay, SM over here has also bounced, but your resistance, we're currently sitting right at the resistance for this stock. Overall, if you are to draw a descending line over here, just follow this as your support and this as your resistance. So if it does not break your MA20 over here, it will just move within this range. Okay. URC. URC is also experiencing a downward direction in price. Okay, although if you're to look at this, price landed lower, right? While your price is moving upward over here. So maybe that is the reason why you had a short-term lift in the price over here. Okay, so it respected our analysis or the correlation between Bollinger Band and RSI. So when the price was moving downwards and your RSI is moving upwards, and that would signify a sign of reversal or change in direction. And it did, right? It respected that concept. But the challenge is you have a resistance right here, and looks like it is starting to really break that, because for 3 days straight, most of the action is happening right at that area. So just be observant. I would have to say I'd like this price to really cross the MA20 line and end much higher than the MA20 line before we can say, okay, it's a good time to enter. So those are our thoughts around it. We talked about MBT. What about MPI? I'll just drink water. MPI is still in a downward direction. If I was able to go live last Thursday, you could have heard me say that this stock might go down. And there was a follow through last Friday. And 2 days straight, you have a red candlestick. So I have a feeling it will continue to go down. So let's see if there are some more hints. Let's see, where will it drop next? Let's look at the monthly. Okay. Alright, I think that was the lowest dip. So if you go back to the daily. Alright, so well, yeah, it might just go back to this lowest point over here. If it will dip, it will just go back to that level before it moves up again. So that will be around 2.62. We talked about DMC, Meralco. Meralco, yeah, stay away. This is a very bearish candlestick over here. Hold on, I think 1 second. Can you go back in 30 minutes? Okay, thank you. All right. So this stock has landed outside of the lower Bollinger Band. Hi, Sunjun. Hello. Welcome to our channel. And if this is your first time, we talk about the stock market, Philippine stock market performance on a daily basis. And if you have a request for your favorite stock, yeah, we can review that for you. Okay, Romeo Shell PH, yes, definitely. Let's check that out. For Morocco, it is really super bearish. I don't see. I see signs of possible reversal soon for your RSI, but your candlestick pattern is not really good looking right now. So it's 2 out of 1. Candlestick, Bollinger Band versus RSI giving us advanced signals for reversal. So just wait. I would have to say it won't be too long before you will see some a rebound or some bounce soon. Okay, but right now just observe. Don't enter yet. Shell PH. MBT, MPI, Shell PH. Okay, Shell PH is a bounce. Okay, and if you want to identify the support, that is the support. Okay, and of course you want to ask why I plotted it there. This used to be a support here, another one here, and it just moved within the range recently, and you are currently at the MA20 line. So that normally becomes your area of bounce. Okay, so if you want to get in, the nearer you are to 33.10, the better. So that is for Shell PH. SECB. SECB is a must stay away for now. We don't see a good indicator here, although you're already at the oversold level. We just need some more signals here that will help us really identify that we're bouncing soon. Okay, I'm looking for, yeah, this could just be the next possible area to challenge. Okay, there you go. Your resistance right here. Okay, so that will be the first area to challenge. If that thing breaks, then you have to plot again, looking from this point downwards as you go to your left to find out if there's a consolidation in certain areas. So that would be 174.7, 174.96, or just put it 175. Okay, either way, just within that area. Okay, so if that first line gets broken, then you'll have this line to watch and see. JGS. JGS, I'd have to say, well, overall, this is already a bit expensive in the price, and I'm seeing some possible signs of weakness. See that? This is a sign of weakness, but it respected that because see this, when this price is moving upwards, what happened was it declined, and it also declined over here. Okay, now if you just want to do range trading, this is the support that I see. Okay, so that is the support 75.52. So just in case the market gives you a chance, because right now, if you're talking about risk to reward ratio, you're very near the next resistance over here. So I'd say maybe if the market gives you a chance near from this point 75.56 to 76 or 77, I think that would be a good uh, entry area. And then just if you are trading this stock, make sure you execute whatever stop loss area or cut loss levels that you have already thought of before you enter, because it's really important that you decide before you even hit the confirm button in your platform. You know what to do in all possibilities. What if it goes down? Where can I exit that will not hurt my portfolio? Okay, how much are you willing to lose? That's always part of the equation when you are engaged in the stock market. For this stock, this is currently trying to challenge your um, MA20 line, but we're starting to move in that direction. And I'll plot something like this. Okay, for me, this is like an ascending triangle. So chances are, if most of the action really happens here, it will eventually break. Okay, now even better if the price starts above that next week and continues to move up, then you now have an official bounce, because it's been a long time since this stock has been on a downward trend. But just make sure you manage your sizing. Okay, if you want, just put in some amount first in this level, then when it breaks out of this MA20 line, then you can add some more. But overall, I have a strong conviction. Okay, now not 100% really, but I still have to follow my ascending triangle lines here, that if it breaks that yellow line above there being the resistance, then we're on to a brand new wave. uh So I talked about, did I just skip SecB, done, globe? I have not talked about that yet. Okay, globe is right at the resistance area. Okay, so not a good sign. I would have to say just be extra careful, and if you really want to check out what happens around the MA20 line, I'd say you wait, because this is a bearish candlestick and I see a few more reds in the coming days. But the MA20 line, let's wait and see if there is some signs of hope there. GT cap. GT cap is a bounce. Okay, so this is a very good candlestick. Now, some people might take profit. That's a 3% increase in just the span of a day. Wow, you also had a chance over here. So good job for those who were able to enter in that area. Yeah, they were able to detect it. Look, this was a support in that level. And what's interesting, people who have deep pockets might have seen this. And of course, They enter that area and then boom, big movement. Was it the entire day? Let me see. Or just the last minute game? Yeah, it was just a last minute game over here. It for quite some time, so we only had small moves over here, and the last 15 minutes you had that big jump. Okay, so yeah, given that in your 15-minute chart, people might take profit and hopefully it just stops right at the MA20 line and then continues to move up again. Meg. From Meg, it also bounced. Okay, good job. It broke that MA20 line, but it happened over. We're in a 15-minute chart, by the way, and as you see, went down all the way down and then pushed the price higher on the last 15 minutes. So some people really have that kind of game plan. If they see a big potential in a stock on the last 15 minutes, from 3 o'clock to 3:15, that's when they put in their positions or they enter in a stock. On a daily chart, I'd have to say I would have to wait because uh, this is a bearish candlestick. However, your RSI is already moving in an upward direction. So there could be a sign, right? While people are not showing any interest yet. And you feel that it will stabilize here, this is the area that I think it will potentially stabilize. It will do sideways first before it goes up there. Okay. Now, so that's for Meg. Tel, did I talk about Tel? Tel is doing sideways, still on a sideways movement. So I'd have to wait and see here. Hopefully this doesn't break the price because this has a history where you had consolidation right over here and then all of a sudden a breakdown in price. So it's like repeating the formation here. So it's currently consolidating, guys. So and hmm. Yeah, if you want, you can just do use a faster time frame. Oh, you know what's interesting is I'm really torn with endorsing telco companies right now because while ISM is showing really bearish movements, it we cannot deny the fact that we now have a third telco. Consumers, if they said that we have already saturated the potential reach or consumers of telco companies, we cannot deny the fact that some people will transfer, right? Will transfer from one provider to the other. If you're not going to add more subscribers, and let's say this is now the maximum count of subscribers in the Philippines, PLDT will still lose some. ISM cannot, of course, reach the level of PLDT, Smart, and other big players. It's still, you know, they're just competing within one another and reducing subscribers from one another. That's why there's this bearish movement as well for Tel. Same goes with Globe over here, but not too much for Globe, right? The dip was not really very massive. It's just doing sideways for the entire year, but for Tel, it's really a massive dip. See that? From a 3,000 back in, well, 2014, the entire time it was just dipping. Okay, so let's continue. we are currently, so we talked about JGS, we talked about LTG, DNL, AGI. Let us see what happened here because I placed this in my watch list. Okay, I like the signs that AGI is giving us. It's now triggering the upper band, and you see the Bollinger Band is constricted. Chances are you will face a possible significant movement in the coming days. Okay, look at this part. Over here is somehow the Bollinger Band got constricted. Okay, and when it does that, see, massive downward direction. Downward direction. But it came from a constricted band. Now, what's good about this formation is that it's constricted but moving to the upside. So chances are you'll have more moves in the bullish side in the coming days. If the market gives you a chance at 1131, even better. You can start accumulating in that area. The next one, so I'll put AGI here. RLC. RLC is very near the resistance that we're seeing. If only there's a shorting in the Philippine market, I'd wait till it reaches here, and if I see signs of weakness, I'll short it. But overall, you are very near that level now. You're at 2750, and the resistance that we're seeing is at 28. Now, if it goes down, then the next area, of course, is your MA20 line. That's the possible area it will potentially bounce, like this one. Okay, bounce in that area. All right. The next would be Costco. There's a dividend play. December 20 yesterday. Okay, you're actually at the support level. So that's the support that we are seeing for Costco. So if the market gives you a chance in that area, and then while you enter, put a, let's say, 3 to 5%, 3% if you're trading large amounts. I would have to say 3 to 5%. When it reaches, let's say, 6 pesos area, or 640 area, then you can, or if you want, $6.30, around that. So you enter here when the market gives you a chance here, and when the price reaches this level, if the price reaches that level, then just be strict with your cut loss rules. Costco FGen. FGen is showing a bearish signal. Where could it potentially bounce next? Here. Oh yeah, that should already be a bounce area. I think it will still challenge that level one more time or several times, and your previous resistances over here became your support, and it might also happen the same thing here. 2252. The next Jam Bloom. Bloom, guys, you're very near your resistance right here. Okay, so be extra careful because it might just experience rejection in that level and it will go down. Actually, this is a bearish candlestick. um, good if it will even reach this part, but this alone is already a bearish signal. You'll have some more movements to the downwards. Okay, more bearish movements downwards. The next would be fruit. Oh no, fruit. Fruit is still stabilizing. It actually went down, lower this time. And this is your support. Let's see if it will just stop right there and bounce. But overall, it's still stabilizing in that level. And movements are becoming smaller and smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 days. I talked about AEV. Did I? Okay. AEV, just use this as your support. Okay. So if the market does not give you a chance at that level, find another setup. Okay. That way you don't really compromise your rule. Just um, be consistent with your trading rules, because in that way you can really measure the accuracy rate of your trades. Because if you keep on changing rules, you play different games, it's hard to know what niche you are in, what kind of game do you play. Some people use the MA's moving averages as their main indicators. If you've started with that, stick to that, be a master of that. And what we're doing here, we use the candlesticks, Bollinger Band, and RSI. And we've done this for several months, and we're starting to build that muscle memory. At a glance, in less than a minute, we can check the performance of our stocks. And that will happen to you too someday if you will just be very consistent, right? John Joseph. Okay, let's check out KPPI. Are you also using Bollinger Band in your indicators? I'm not saying that this is really, really good, but there are really a lot. You just have to choose. You don't have to be an expert for everything. Oh, okay, so this is what we drew the other time. This being the resistance, support, and this resistance over here. I'd say we have we're more into the bearish side of things here. We had a lift, but it didn't move that much, right? So I'd still stick to this possible area of support and then this as a resistance, but your movements are so slow, and most of it are really moving towards your, down south. So just be extra careful, because the downtrend might not be over yet. Let's continue. Fruit AEV. Okay, so this is the support FNI. FNI, you already crossed above the MA20 line. So I'd say we use MA20 as our support here. Okay, that's a nice gap up over there. But if some people will take profit, it might bring the price down to 1.61. Okay, so it just basically filled that gap, guys. Yeah, and I think we've talked about this multiple times before. When the price was moving downwards, we said that it will just fill this gap. But thankfully, it did not really go further down. It just bounced straight away. Yeah, definitely AP. AP, you have a bounce. Good job. I think I talked about this. This is your support or challenge here is of course this should break the MA20 line. If you see some signs of weakness, it might go back here and stabilize the support first before it goes up. So just wait and see if you have weakness there. Wait, catch it around 32.94 level. Okay, and that was for John, our KPPI earlier. VLL. VLL this is the support for now. Yeah, I think it has already reached a support level for VLL, and it will just continue to bounce, hopefully. 7.24 is the area to best enter at. Resistance over here, support over here, and you also had your resistance over here. Yes. Pure gold. Pure gold is at the resistance level and doing sideways for now. This is just some sideways movement for pure gold. Enter here when the market gives you a chance, exit here. So that's the direction for the past months at the moment. So we just need some more volume or a catalyst that would push the price higher. Okay, nickel. Nickel is also doing sideways but slowly moving, up a cent a day, few cents a day, moving upwards. Now, hopefully it doesn't break, otherwise it will fill the gap as well, because you also had a gap up here, but we're already filling halfway of it. But if it breaks down in price, the next would be 2.63. That's the next possible area that it will land at. But it's not going to be that far before you will experience a bounce. Okay, good if the stabilization or the sideways movement at the 2.88 area is going to sustain, because your RSI is already giving us some bullish divergence. Okay, all right. So, do you have any other requests, guys? Looks like okay. Wilcon over here. Wilcon is still giving us some sideways, no, downward movement. This is a sign of weakness. You already reached a resistance over here. Nice movement to the upside from November to December. And right now you have what we call lower high. It dipped, but when it bounced, it's not much higher than the previous high over here. So that's what you call a lower high. From here to here. Okay. Okay, so you might also have that kind of direction over here. There. So it might just move within this range. It might touch here and bounce a little and just do that. Okay. Where could it possibly just bounce and consolidate? So far, this is what we're seeing. Uy. So we screen from here downwards, and this is what we see. First possible stop. Next possible stop. There. Okay. So those are the key areas to watch out for, but overall sentiment would be Wilcon is now resting and is showing bearish movements at the moment. What else? We have Wilcon. Did we talk about SMC? SMC, if you want to enter in SMC, you just enter right here, 151.90, and yeah, you're currently at the resistance where you see this. We're moving below the MA20 line right now, so your MA20 can act as your resistance over there. So if people will take profit, catch it at 151.90 level. Okay. Right. So your resistance here as well. Okay. You know what? I think that is all for now. Thank you guys for joining me. If you don't have any questions, thanks for joining me. But I also recommend and request for you guys to don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can always catch me every day and you get reminded that we have a brand new live insights for the Philippine market. Okay, so I really wish all of you guys good luck and happy holidays as we are nearing the Christmas season. I hope you're all on vacation leaves right now. Our OFWs always take the time to give your family members a call every day. We have Messenger, we have Viber that's now available for you guys to catch up with your family members. Oh, people are still joining. Do you have any requests, guys? We have been on air for the past hour and I've reviewed several, but yeah, I'm currently here in Singapore and my husband and my kid is following here and we'll be together in Christmas. And that's why I'm just hanging out here in my hotel room and doing live episodes or live charting every day just to entertain myself. At the same time, this is of course a learning exercise for myself. I've been doing this um, for almost half a year now, since June. We have a page, and our page is Invest in the Stock Market in Facebook. And then I've decided that I think it's also a good chance or good opportunity for me to grow a YouTube page so that our Filipino, uh, you know, friends here and abroad can also take advantage of this free uh, exercise. Okay, because some people are offering paid tutorials, and I think it's also good to have some free resources available online. Because I myself studied on my own, I had to rely on the available resources, the free resources, and I'm very, very thankful for those people who did that. I didn't have to spend a lot to earn some more or to earn extra hustle in the sideline. So, and that's why we're doing this. It's a way of paying it forward to all of you guys. Okay. In the meantime, thank you, and you have a great weekend. Okay, bye bye for now. Please don't forget to subscribe at Miss JD and follow us in Facebook. We are Invest in the Stock Market in Facebook. Okay, bye bye for now.